Alright, stream got interrupted, but it's back up and running again. I hope. Right. We're back up and running, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, so I was checking my power network. So my total demand overnight is 95. I'm producing 80, so I need at least 3 wind turbines, but probably more than that. Just in case we get a fault. So we've got the batteries, but yeah, we're going to need at least 3 wind turbines, so where shall I build those? Down here, perhaps? Again, I don't want to build them too far away from our existing power networks. I don't want to have long, big, heavy connections running around. I think over here by the Moxies. This could be a good place, I think. There we go. And then I can run a little bit of power cable like that. Excellent. I may as well just do that. Get everything connected. Right.
Resources are low.
Still low on metals. Yeah, they're burning through those metals. Look how quickly they're grabbing them to take them off to where they're needed. Oh, almost out of metal already. We do have more potentially on the way. Oh no, we don't. We've run out of areas over here. So on to the next groups of metal. We've got loads here that we can gather. But this is still a finite resource. We need to get that extractor up and running as quick as we can. House construction coming on over here. Oh, this is almost done. Excellent. Okay, so what do I need over here?
We have an oxygen shortage.
Put a hydroponic farm in here, maybe. I definitely need somewhere to live, so let's get a living quarters in here. I need to figure out how many people I'm going to be putting in here. Wait for that to finish building. Here's my passengers. Let's get those into the domes. That was the other thing I was going to do, wasn't it? I was going going to do the specialisation stuff. Alright, let's quickly do that now. So let's enforce specialisations. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to switch shifts like this on these two buildings, so that they're not all draining at exactly the same time. Enforce specialisations. There we go. Got time running again, I think, haven't I? Yeah, that is paused again. So it's rejecting. It's enforcing. That's enforcing. That is. Okay, universities are for students, so I don't have to worry about these buildings, that's automatic. Over here, need to enforce. Ah, look at that. That one person who was homeless in the other dome has actually already come over into this dome here. And is now working in the diner. Okay, that's fine. And somebody in the grocer as well. Excellent stuff. And also in the water reclamation. So it looks like a few people have actually moved over from the other dome. I need to get any botanists in there as best I can. I think that's all of the buildings, isn't it? That's all specialisations activated. Okay, good stuff. So, let's get time running again. Let's land our rocket.
We have a power shortage.
There's that power shortage again. Need to get these built as quickly as possible.
Resources are low.
I'm now low on electronics. I'm going to need to order another cargo rocket.
Have arrived.
There's all these colonists spilling in, look. So they're all homeless at the moment in this particular dome, but they'll start moving into this dome here and gaining somewhere to live. So there you can see the symbols of homelessness all disappearing as they come whizzing through on the conveyor belt. They're all finding residences, places to live.
Vehicle battery low.
There we go, excellent. So a whole bunch of people over here. Not enough, we are going to need more. I've got 2 botanists in here. Okay, that's good. And they've skipped the cover crop. Worried about that, so let me turn that crop off. And turn that crop off for now. Let's make sure that those get done first. There we go, so the cover crop is starting to grow. Now I can add in the soybean and then the wheat. Oh, I need to turn the batteries on, that's why nothing was charging overnight. Or discharging, as I should say. Excellent stuff, got no security in this one here, that's fine. So we're looking for somewhere to spend money. That's why we're seeing those dollar symbols there. They're looking for somewhere to go shopping, and there isn't anywhere yet. There isn't going to be anywhere either, unless I get rid of the grocer. Put a store in. I don't really have the resources for that yet, but I do need to get some more electronics and some more machine parts over here. We're okay for polymers right now. Let's check over here. Yeah, plenty of polymers. Not too bad on machine parts. Really low on electronics. Almost out of food over here. That's not good. Got a few little bits over here. So let's order a cargo rocket, which is going to eat up the last remaining amount of money I've got, I think, for quite some time. So, resupply. Not passengers, cargo. And I need quite a lot of polymers. No, not polymers. Quite a lot of a few machine parts and quite a lot of electronics. You know, I'm just going to go all electronics. There we go. So that's wiped out the last little bit of funding. Had plenty of space left on the rocket, but just no money to buy anything. Oh! Wow, asteroid just landed slap bang there. Destroyed my cabling and caused some damage. That's going to need to be fixed, but that'll be fine. It's damaged all three of these brand new, recently installed wind turbines as well, which isn't great. Get those up and running again. And there we go. We have... Oh, hello. Are we out of power or destroyed? Just out of power. We're going to need to get that up and running. So let's bring... The Explorer's got no battery left either. Ugh, dear oh dear. Right. Let's get the battery recharged on the Explorer. I'm going to need to take the rover. So let's pack the drones away. There we go. And we need to come and recharge this. Oh, look at that. It just blew through all my money. And we've just been given some more funding. If I only had waited another couple of minutes, I could have actually ordered a job lot of electronics. Never mind. We can make do. So this will transfer power now into our transport unit.
Research complete.
See, I'm draining my own battery quite a bit to do that. That's fine, so it gives up half of its battery.
Sector scanned.
Let's bring this back over here. And now we can get our Explorer with a 45% charge. Let's just grab that last little bit of metal. There we go, that's full. And we'll bring that back over here. Let's bring in the electronics we've just ordered. How's our farm looking? I need more people in here, really. I need more botanists for that to really be a successful farm. We are looking at the automation that's being done, so that'll take a couple of slots off, which will improve the performance of the farm. It's going to be a little while before that's done though. Right, how many people are out of work at the moment? Any? No, everyone is in work. Nobody working in here. And it says colonists 0 of 8. That's actually the nursery. The nursery can have up to 8 residents, 8 children, as they grow up, will live in the nursery, and then when they're old enough, they'll then go into general accommodation in the other dome. But there's also the school here. You can see that they're going to learn some basic traits. Survivor, composed, and nerd. Let's change the nerd actually to... no. We'll leave them all like that, actually. Those traits are pretty good, pretty universal. We have finished gene adaptation. We've got one slot over here. We need to start working on some of these. We'll do the wind turbines. That's going to give us a nice little power boost, which is important for us. Oh, actually, what's that first one? Extractor upgrade. No, we don't know that. We really want a factory upgrade. That's going to be a bit further along, either in here or in robotics somewhere. So we'll have to wait for that one to pop up. Alright, my transport is going to need to recharge. My Explorer should be fully charged now. It is. Let's get that back out again. Scan some more anomalies. How am I looking for metal? I've got a nice big lump of metal there waiting to be transferred over there. The drones will help to bring that over automatically once they've finished dealing with the rocket. We've got some metal available in our transfer points. That's good. Which means I'll have metal down here as well. Everything over here seems to be running okay. I've got power, I've got water, I've got air, I've got accommodation. So what do I need to put in here? I want a small farm, just a hydroponic. There we go. I want to put a nice park area in here. Where am I going? This way. So let's put in an alley there. Let's have a lake around the back. Let's put a statue there. And then we'll have a garden there. So we've got a nice, good nature area there.
Had hit 100 meters before it detected a spike in temperature. The data tells us
a 10% tech boost for all robotics technologies. Very useful indeed. I think this is ready to launch now, isn't it? We've still got a little bit of electronics left on there, you can see, to be unloaded.
Sector scanned. There are Earthsick
I've got an
colonists.
Earthsick colonist. Wow, someone's come down here already. Why have they come down here already? I'm going to need to open up these to make sure I've got enough power. There we go. I was not expecting people to move in here so quickly. I'm going to need an infirmary down here, I think, as well. And I need a grocer. There we go, let's get the grocer in. And put the infirmary in. And then I need something to go in this spot here. I think I'll put a stone garden in the back. And a small fountain just there. Okay, so there we go. That's that little dome there. That should hopefully get us a few happy people in there. Is that a scientist working in there? It is. I can't fire her. I need her down here. I've got a scientist working in here as well. This is not good. I'm going to have to get rid of the scientists. Alright, so I can do that quite easily by filtering by traits on the dome itself. So let's get rid of the scientists. I don't want engineers down here. I don't want officers down here. I don't want medics. Oh no, I'm building an infirmary, so I do want medics. I don't want botanists. I need geologists because they're running the extractor for the metals. And I need no specialisation as well, just to run the grocery. So yeah, there we go. We'll do that. We'll apply those changes. So that should see the 2 scientists leave this dome. Yep, you can see, there we go. She's running back. The other one should be on the way as well. Oh, the other one's gone back by jet. There, she's just been dropped off. Or he's been dropped off. Is it he? Oh, that's a she, Monica. She just got dropped off into this dome. Okay, so Earth-sick colonists can be problematic because they just don't work when they're Earth-sick. So they just become a drain on your resources because they're not contributing anything, they're just consuming your food, and that's it. Speaking of food, no food in storage over here, but we do have food over here. It's not a major disaster just yet, but I do need this farm to really start producing soon. We're about to get a nice little boost to the soil quality when this is complete. But I need to get more people in here as quick as I can. It's ready for takeoff now. Let's launch that. Let's see if we can get some more people over here. So let's get a passenger rocket. We've got 2 colonists that match at the moment. Ugh. To open up the middle-aged option to bring some more people across. I might have to open up the alcoholic option. I don't really want to do that. Hypochondriac, maybe. I don't want loners because they're going to be very uncomfortable unless they're in that tiny dome. And there's no guarantee that I can actually transfer them to that dome and they'll stay there. I'll bring me 4 more people. Another person. It's up to 16 on this rocket. That's 25. Alright, yeah, that's more than I would like, but we'll go with that. I need to build the medical centre in here. We've got that medical spire unlocked now. So I'll build that in there. Let's go change that shift over to an afternoon shift. I need somewhere for the rock to get piled up because it's an extractor, so it's going to produce waste rock. Let's stick a couple of dumping sites over here. Like that. So our drones will come and deal with that. Everything seems to be running reasonably smoothly right now. We're actually producing rare metals as well.
It takes more than bravery to be a pioneer of the Martian frontier.
Ah, one of our founders has developed a coward trait. Well, we can kind of cope with a coward trait. It just doubles sanity losses if there's a disaster. But we can get away with that. This... Where is the Explorer? There it is. Let's start scanning the stuff that we've got down here. It says buildings are not working. That's because we don't have people in them, not because they're broken. But yeah, you can see that these buildings here with the people symbol over the top of them just means that there's nobody in them. There's nobody staffing those buildings. That's why it says that they're not working. Same over here as well. So I'm up to 6 now. Got more people on the way. So that'll help reduce some of that strain. But we have got 4 domes now that are up and running. So okay, we're on to our first proper crop. You can see our soil quality's gone up to 90%. That should give us a nice, good yield from our soybean. That'll put it up to 100%. Then the wheat. Now I can get rid of the cover crop. And oh, hello. we've now unlocked the big crops, or you know, the choice of crops. So now I can start playing around with some of these. So these take a long time for some of these. So you can see here, 5 sol growth for soybean will give us a predicted, once the autosave gets out the way, will give us a predicted optimum harvest of 40. The fruit trees 88, but it takes almost twice as long. We will be adding that in. Corn is good. Corn is 70. I was going to put potatoes in, which would have given us 55 over 5 sols, but I'm going to do corn instead. And then once that soybean is done, I'm going to replace that with fruit trees, and then I might actually put quinoa in instead of wheat.
Cable fault reported.
Yeah, let's do that. There we go. So those will all give us some really, really good, hopeful big yields once they get going. I've got a rocket that's ready to land. Let's bring that in. Get those extra passengers into the colonies. There's our medical spire being completed. Just in time, hopefully, for a medic that might be stepping on. I hope. Let's find out.
New colonists have arrived.
Ah, I've never seen them use the ramps before. That's awesome. They're all running straight where the accommodation is. They've all gone into this building. Now, I ain't going to get moved. Yeah, someone just got picked up and is being brought down to this dome here. That's a geologist. Okay, that's fine. Geologists will work in here, in the extractor. So that's good. Yeah, look at that. We did get a medic come off the... Oh, no, wait. There's no specializations on here. Enforce. Get all of our scientists immediately. This is the problem when you've got multiple buildings, is that everyone just jumps in there immediately. Might have too many scientists, so let's open up the second shift, and instantly it's full. So I did have too many scientists. I can choose to obviously limit what people turn up where possible, but it can sometimes cause issues. Let's check in with the science lab over here. If I free up that slot. See if that gets filled up by another scientist. I don't think we've got anyone out of work at the moment. So we've got 4 people unemployed in here. Why? Why are there 4 unemployed people in this dome?
Resources are low.
Let's pause for a second. Which dome? This is Jackson 1. So let's take a look at Jackson 1. So who is unemployed? Homeless, unemployed. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, that's the wrong dome. So I've got a scientist, and a scientist. I've got too many scientists. Okay, so I'm going to need to open up the night shift on this building. There we go. Still got 1 too many scientists, but hopefully she'll transfer over to this dome here. I'm actually going to destroy this particular residence. So I need to get time moving again. I'm going to replace it with an apartment. So I need to clear away the remains. There we go. And let's build an apartment in that space.
Research complete.
Farm automation. Excellent. So that should now reduce the number of slots on here. Oh, and it's full of workers as well, which is excellent. I've got to activate it. Yeah, let's do that. Because then 2 workers from there can then go and work, hopefully, down here. I I don't have any botanists in here at the moment. So they'll come over this way, I hope. And I've only got one botanist in here, so yeah, definitely need to get the automation going on these ones. So I'm going to need to...
We have a food shortage.
Our colonists are starving.
Ah, colonists are starving. Why? Which colonists are starving? Food there, it must be over here. Starving colonists. This guy. Nuts. Oh, no, there we go. Slow down. Look at her. She's not happy. She's sulking. But she's on her way to the diner. Or the grocer's. She's going to the grocery. So that's a kid by the look of it. Yeah, that's a child. She'll get some food, she'll no longer be starving. So we don't have to worry about starving people, that's fine. They are working the way I was hoping they would. So we don't have any food places in here because this is a work dome, but I forgot that anyone who lives in the nursery would need food. Obviously, with the tunnel, because they're interconnected, they can come through and they can use anything in this dome. So they can use the diner, they can use the grocery, they can come work on the farm or whatever, you know. Point is, they can get food, so it's not a major disaster. Still got one Earth-sick colonist, that's over here. Middle-aged medic. So there's no social building. Had an unprepared meal. Well, that's changed now. You can see that was before the grocer was up and running. So hopefully that comfort rating is going to go up. And as a nerd, the morale will improve as well every time we finish researching something. So I'm not too worried about that particular colonist. I think that colonist will recover pretty quickly. We are low on metals again, which is a real issue. So I've got this storage bay over here. What I'm also going to do is set up, where are my depots? Set up a separate metal depot just here. Just around, if actually I'll put it on the other side. There we go, so it's nice and close to the extractor. So that way, you know, when this fills up with metal, you know, it doesn't stop production happening at the extractor because there's nowhere to unload it to. We'll always have somewhere to unload that metal to, which is good. Rocket, is that ready to go? It is. Let's launch that and get rid of that. Speed time back up again. So our little colony is coming along quite nicely. We still need a lot more people. We have 51 people at the moment on the planet. We need more than that, a lot more than that. So, still got a lot of jobs that are not being filled. Got 12 residences left. Still got 12 work slots left in this dome alone. 26 places to live left. And in here, I've got another 26 vacant work slots in this dome as well. So, plenty of jobs to go. Short on colonists in this dome as well now that some have moved around into the other domes. How are we looking over here? 8 colonists over here now. And you can see one of our botanists has relocated over here. Let's improve the workplace over here for this one. Automation. That'll reduce the stress.
We have a food shortage.
Or the need for lots of people. That starving colonist, is that kid again? It is. So she's constantly going to be, going from starving to fine. Without having somewhere in here for her to actually eat. There's nothing I can really do about that. See, I have got people in here producing machine parts, albeit quite slowly, and I've got people in here producing electronics. So we are starting to become self-sufficient. You see, we're producing polymers there, and we've also got polymer production going on over here as well. We are extracting metal from here. Not much per day, but we are getting some. You see, we're starting to get some here, look. So we're starting to achieve, self-sufficiency with our dome over here. And again, our rare metals extractor actually working quite well. So it's all starting to come together, but it's not where it needs to be just yet. We're not producing enough resources to cover just the basic maintenance of everything yet. We are eventually going to run out of things, so we need to be wary of that. We've got a nice little bit of surplus food over here, so I'm actually going to transfer some of that food manually over to the other one, because that's where this is our main food source, this particular farm. So this area here will fill up quite quickly. There we go. And what I'm going to do, we've got plenty in the transfer point here, look, but I'm going to actually make sure that this is well stocked. There we go, so I can leave that there. Low on metals again. I am going to have to go hunting for more metal. I'm completely out over here. My transfer point has got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of metal in total, which is not enough. I've got a little bit of metal down here, but as we know, this isn't producing a lot at the moment because we just don't have a lot of staff. So, yeah, definitely need to go out and get some more metal. So we know we've got these lumps over here. Let's start collecting these. I don't like to use these up as particularly quickly, because when they're gone, they're gone. If you haven't got a running extractor, then you run out of metals very quickly. Just maintaining everything, making sure that your solar panels don't break down, and your cables don't break down, and your fans and everything else. You need to make sure it all keeps going. Now, I've unlocked mega storage, which is good. So I'm going to scrap this, and I'm going to scrap this. Just clear both of them away. And I'm going to replace with a large water tank. Just hope it fits. Yes. I can just squeeze that in there. Okay, so we'll squeeze that in like that. This will store a lot more water than those original tanks. I'm going to need to do the same over here, I think, possibly. What's our water level looking like over here? Oh yeah, these are full, look. So we're producing more water than we need, so let's...
We gather here today
to we've lost someone. Someone's died.
To one of our finest.
Died of old age, though. That's fine. So that has no negative connotations other than one person is no longer in the colony. They stop working when they reach old age, long before they die. So it's they ceased being useful quite a while ago, but now they're gone. They're actually no longer using up residency space or food. So that's one less mouth to feed, and one open spot available in our residency to replace them with. If they died from a non-natural death, so if they committed suicide because they had a mental breakdown, which does happen, then that would have been a massive sort of knock-on effect. You can see that every time someone dies from a non-natural death, 2 applicants are waiting to join your colony leave your pool of applicants. So if you have a real bad patch where a load of people snap and either die from dehydration or starve, or conditions are so bad that just a whole load of people just end it, which has been known to happen on some of my other playthroughs when I've been really, really struggling. Then it just completely obliterates your potential pool of new people to come to resupply and restock the colony. So it can be a problem going forward, but a normal death, a natural death, absolutely no problem at all. It doesn't have any effect. So let's get rid of this tower and this tower and this tower, and we'll clear the wreckage of, oh no, I've just rebuilt those. Let's pause. Didn't want to do that. Let's cancel. Cancel. There we go. I want to, there we go, clear all three of them. That's what I want to do. A little bit of a mistake there. Okay, so now we don't have a pipe connection here, so we need to rebuild that. So we'll do that by doing that. I'm going to remove this piece of pipe just here. There we go. And now I can put a large storage tank in. And I'll plonk that.
Sector scanned.
Plonk that there, I think. Nicely on the corner, because then that also gives me space to put another one here if I decide I need to at a later point, but that'll be fine. That'll store all the water from this dome, and that's got a much bigger storage capacity than even the 3 that I just removed, so that's fine. They just take a little bit of resource to build metals, which is the main problem at the moment. We just don't have the metal. You can see this is recharging. It's about to drop off a whole load of metal, which is good because we need it, desperately need it. No edible food has been harvested over here. That's not so good. I'm trying to grow rice, and now you see we've got new crops over here. Okay, so let's put some backups in case the rice doesn't grow next time. Once the autosave gets out of the way. Every time I come in to actually start playing around with the sub-menu like this, it always autosaves and just freezes everything while it autosaves. It's frustrating, but at least I know that if my game crashed for whatever reason, it would be protected. Vegetables. Good yield, grows slowly but requires less water. That's a 12.5, that's not bad. Kelp. And algae. I want the veggies. Rice, veggies, and leaf crops. There we go. That's going to be the 3 food types that I have over there. Let's do the same over here as well. So let's replace wheatgrass with rice. This is actually in the middle of growing, so I'll let this one finish, and when that's done, we'll replace that with vegetables, so that we can get a better yield and increase the amount of food being produced, hopefully, from that farm there. There you can see this one has just harvested all the food here, waiting to be collected by our drones. Something we could really do with actually a whole load of new drones. So what's our funding looking like? Not too bad. I could build something that will allow me to produce drones, so it's whether or not I just want to buy them or actually take the time to build them. Building them will use up electronics, and we don't have a limitless supply of electronics at the moment, so I don't know if I want to do that or just buy in a whole load of electronics and do it that way. There's different connotations we could go through. More metal being dropped off, that's good, we need it.
Research
There's no
complete.
More on the route, so we need to set a new route. Just there. To collect everything, which will just be metal anyway. And again, come and drop off there. The good thing about having these these depots right next to these generators as well, is that when you've got a transport route like this, when it gets here, if it does need to recharge, it literally just sidesteps, recharges, and then carries on. It's nice and close, so it's really, really handy to have that. What are we looking like? Oh, look at this. There's the medium-sized dome. That's finally available. There's other stuff that we need, though, as well. The sanatorium's always useful. Factory upgrade. That's what I've been waiting for. So I'll get that. I still haven't got the battery upgrades yet, have I? There's the one I'm looking for. Rover command. Rovers no longer need recharging, and the RC rover gets 4 additional drones when it's first created, and the command limit goes up from 8 to 20. So that is very important. In fact, it's so important I'm going to boost that right to the top. Okay, we know about that. We've dealt with that. So let's get rid of that. Who's the Earthsick colonist? Still Jared. You can see improving. His comfort levels improved a little bit. His morale has definitely improved thanks to all those new technologies we've researched. So I'm hoping that Jared is going to start feeling less Earthsick pretty soon now that she get back to work. Because he's doing nothing other than just using up resources at the moment. We've got somebody unemployed in this dome. This is the Boone Dome, so let's see who is unemployed and why. That's a scientist. That's a senior, that's why. When they reach senior, they don't work. So this is one of my original founders. Has just reached the point of no longer useful, I suppose. It's a bit harsh, but that's just the way it is. Let's get another anomaly analysed. Queue up some more sectors for scanning. These are taking longer to scan now because we're so far away from from one of these sentry towers or sensor towers, so there's no real sensor boost being given. But everything is ticking over quite nicely now. Once I can get enough people to get everything running really, really smoothly, then it'll start to reveal the mystery. But we're a little way off that just yet. And you can see they're recharging.
Anomaly analyzed.
It's quite nice.
There's
So we've
more
unlocked
to
new
the barren
technologies,
environs of the
creative
red
disposition
planet than
and
meets the eye.
Martian-born resilience. Neither of those are really going to help us too much. The art workshop. We already knew about Martian-born resilience, didn't we? Ooh. That is useful, but it's 15,000 research. That's way too expensive at the moment. We're only producing 1,670. Our research is going up and up and up because of our research labs, but there's other things that are much more important. This is quite useful. Sustainable architecture. In-dome buildings require maintenance less often, which means less resources are getting used up. Things, especially like polymers and electronics and machine parts, which are more a premium than base materials like metal and concrete. So I think that's going to be my final thing in the queue. Don't quite have enough funding to do a big outsource. Yeah, not yet. So right. Can we get more people over? As the pool built back up a bit. 23 colonists matching. I don't really want any more scientists, and I've got 5. Okay, so that's taking me down to 18 colonists. We'll just have to go with that. I still want to be picky with the traits. I could just bring in anybody, but I'll have to go with that. Let me just quickly check the perks and see. I don't have any of those available. having a genius gives you additional research, having a celebrity gives you additional funding, having a saint benefits anyone who's religious, as we know, but yeah, only 18 matching. That's 18 we'll have to do. We'll launch another 18 people over. I've got 4 domes to choose from, well, 3 domes to choose from in terms of where to live, and then 4 to work in, depending on what it is they can do. I've got 2 people in there now. Still just got 1 person in there. 2 medics, that's okay. You see, I haven't enforced a lack of specialisation in this dome. I probably should. So hopefully it's going to make this dome a miserable place for a little while, because they're not going to be able to get prepared food, but hopefully it will encourage people without specialisations to come and live in this dome to work in our grocery. I only need 2 of them. And there's the last of that patch of metals being brought over. Quick recharge. I need to bring this back over. Get that recharged. Really need to get that
battery low.
We need to get that thing researched as quick as possible. Then I won't have to worry about constantly bringing them back for recharging. Let's go find some more metal. There's a whole load of it. Look, there's another batch just here. Let's grab that. Bring that back to there. Still got an Earthsick colonist over here. Now into middle age. As a medic, that's not good. I need some unspecialised people to come in here. How's everything going over here? 1 unemployed, that's my senior that I know about. What about in here? Nobody unemployed. Oh, 1 person just flagged unemployed in here, briefly. Might be somebody new entering the dome, perhaps. And no one employed in there either. Well, there's no one living in there, is there? Let's get this rocket landed.
Sector scanned.
Now, when you have Earthsick colonists, it's possible that if they're miserable enough, they'll actually get on the rocket that's ready to depart. Now, I don't think...
New colonists have arrived. Research complete.
Yeah, this colonist isn't that miserable yet. You can see, you know, a little bit Earthsick, but isn't ready to leave, which is annoying. You know, if they're that Earthsick, I wish they'd leave. Now, you do get a trophy where an Earthsick colonist wants to leave and then changes their mind and decides to stay. So I've already got that trophy, but it would apply in this situation. They have the opportunity to leave and they're not taking it. And you can see we've got new people being added into this dome, which is fine, but when you've got someone who just refuses to do anything like this, especially when space is a premium in a small dome like this, when I've only got 14 residential slots, that's 1 slot that I really need. I don't know, can I evict from this dome? I could assign them to... I'm going to do that. I'm going to assign this person to a different residence. Get them to come and live in here. I'm hoping the fact that there's a bar in here and there's a gym in here might help. But it also now frees up a premium living space in this dome for somebody that can actually do something in this dome. So that's kind of good. You can see now I've got a full shift like that. That's pretty good. Do I have unemployed? I do. So let's take a look at Pike 1 in the command center. And they are botanists. Okay. Gotta find them now. They might be in here. I think it was these two, wasn't it? Beverly and Maya. Let's check who's working in here.
Cable fault reported.
Yeah, it's two blokes living in there, isn't it? Working in there. So let's relocate Maya and Beverly. I've evicted them from the residence, but whether they're still... Yeah, now they're classed as homeless, so... damn it. There we go. So let's do the same again. Let's assign her where she's going to be useful. Oh, we've got a water shortage over here. That's not good. Alright, let's assign her to that residence. Now, where's our other homeless? There she is. It's a shame because she's a hippie. Actually, she'd love it in this dome. All right, let's do it with this guy instead. Oh, he's a hippie as well. Oh, he's a founder as well. He's one of my founders who's come over here. Yeah, we'll take this one. Oh, there's this guy as well. I can select him. There he is. He's a party animal. He would have more fun in one of the other domes, so let's assign him. Yeah, let's assign him to this dome. Ah, this one's full. Never mind. Says this one. Okay. Got too many botanists. That's such a rare thing, is to have too many botanists. Well, one of them's, you know, approaching senior stage, so it won't be long before that person retires. It'll free up a job slot. Hopefully, it'll be okay. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. Hi there, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. This rocket is almost ready to refuel and resend back off. Not producing enough water. I'm going to upgrade all of my moisture evaporators.
Sector scanned.
Every single one of them is going to get an upgrade. It's going to eat up a few resources while that's done. It's going to use up a fair few polymers, but it means that everyone's going to go from producing 1 unit per day to 1.5 units per day. Which means I won't get those water shortages that have been popping up, especially around here, which is having a knock-on effect on my crop yield. And also my fuel production. Right, let's check in on the research. Ah, the recharge is done. Okay, excellent. I don't have to worry about recharging my rovers at all anymore. That's done and dusted. I am going to unlock this. Probes are cheaper and can deep scan. This also allows... Oh no, this isn't the one I was thinking of, but this is good for probes, but I do need to get more things unlocked in here. I've got 2 on the way already. Yeah, let's go with the extractor upgrade. Okay, so I've got a fair few things queued up. I just need to let those go. Is that rocket now ready to go? It is. Okay. So we're almost done with this sector over here completely. I've only got a little bit more left to scan. Let's bring the Explorer over here, start tagging these anomalies that we've unlocked. I think it's time for us as well now to start thinking about gaining access to this section down here, which is all obviously too steep for us to actually get down there normally, but we can build a big ass tunnel. Now, this is going to use up quite a bit of resources to do this. I've got to find a good point. Now the good thing about this is it's a great way for us to reach normally unreachable areas, but on top of that you can see that we have pipe connections on either side. Now we can actually use this to cover a long distance with electric cabling and water and air piping as well, so you can actually run this from one dome to another. So if we wanted to have, say, one big central power unit and then have loads of domes sort of dotted around, and instead of having this long pipe connecting all the way across there, we could have a tunnel over here by this power set and have the exit over here, and then just connect the pipes from the ends of the tunnels together, and then we don't have to worry about connecting anything in the middle because it all goes underground through that piping. It's useful, but it's expensive just for that. So I only tend to use these just to reach areas that are kind of difficult to get to. So I'm going to put that end of the tunnel there.
The colonists are on the brink of dehydration. Oh. We need to figure out something quick before they die.
Running out of water. Right, let's take a look at this. Let's pause. Why is this dome running out of water? Because my total demand is higher than my production by a fair bit. I need to stick in another. This is why I'm glad I unlocked some more moisture evaporators. I should still have 1 or 2 left. I've got 4 left. Excellent. So let's stick another moisture evaporator in. Put this one just there. Let's get the pipes to connect it. And I need the power as well. There we go. That's a priority job, and it's a flat pack, so it'll build it instantly as well. That'll take a little bit longer. But hopefully, it shouldn't take too long. Here come the resources. There we go. Excellent, so we should now be producing just enough. Oh, we will do once we upgrade it. This will give us 6 water being produced with a demand of 5.9. So, it'll be good. It's going to cost us 2 polymers. That's one of them. Here comes the... No, it's machine parts. Where's the other one? Here's the other one, coming over the bridge. And there we go. Now the total demand's gone up again. Do we have people working in here? We do. But not enough. Damn it. It's only going to be a period of the day, a short period of the day, where we're going to be underproducing. So hopefully we'll be okay with that extra evaporator there. We'll build up a supply of stored water, and then we'll be able to draw on that when we're not producing enough. So hopefully...
Sector scanned.
That's enough now. We'll be fine. Keep my fingers crossed. So we need to go back to the tunnel. I need to replace that first piece. So put that there. And then bring the tunnel out just down here. There we go. And now we can start building this, and then this will give us an access route so we can bring our rovers down through the tunnel, out this end, and into this area here as well. So now we can then get in there for resources and for anomalies and all that good stuff. Speaking of anomalies, let's get our rover to come and scan these two over here. How many more passengers are available? Only 8 at the moment. And I need to take botanists off the list as well. So, only 7 at the moment. It's not so good. Although the officers would be much useful. No medics. Not many unspecialised people either. Those could be trained in the university. So you can see we've actually got 5 people in there at the moment. Let's open up for another shift. So hopefully more people will start coming in to be trained as well. We need 13 engineers, 7 medics and 1 scientist apparently, and 12 officers to fill all of the vacant work slots. So this will start to assign people. Now it should be automatic.
Breakthrough discovered.
Yeah, you can see it's automatic there. So we're currently training 7 engineers and 3 officers. This takes some of the pressure off when it comes to
resources are low.
When it comes to trying to figure out what people you need to bring in, because you can always bring in unspecialised people and train them. The only thing is it takes time to do that. And of course that's time they could be going straight into a job if they were already trained.
Research complete.
Oh, got a breakthrough. I forgot about these. This is the new one we've unlocked. Fusion reactor upgrade. Well, we haven't unlocked the fusion reactor, I don't think. No, we haven't even unlocked the fusion reactor yet, so that's no good. Now that is an important one. The factory AI, I've been waiting for that one. That's an expensive one. I have to wait for that one for a little while. The other things are important as well, so yeah, it'll be a little while, but we'll get that. We'll get that done. Let's get this scanned. Supply of metals is running low again. We are producing... Oops. We are producing metal, but not enough.
Cable fault reported.
Got 1 vacant work slot, 3 residential slots. And the 1 work slot is going to be here. Let's enforce specializations there and open up a 2nd work shift here. There we go. That's going to improve our metal production. Excellent stuff. Okay, so that's going to take some of the pressure off on trying to find new metals. Which is important because this is going to use up 20 of them. So already that big stash of metal that we brought over fast disappearing. We need to get another metal extractor up and running somewhere at some point, not too far off. But for now, I'm just going to keep raiding some of the stuff on the surface.
There's more to the
just unlocked. Advanced passenger module and water conservation system.
Veritable treasure.
What's the water conservation system? Ooh, reduce consumption by 50%. But it's 20,000 research points. There's so many other things that we really could do with. Now I have got over $2,000 million, as you can see, now in the top right corner. So if I wanted to do some outsourcing, now I can afford to go big and outsource 10,000 for 2,000 million in the next 5 sols. So that'll be an extra 2,000 research per day for the next 5 days. It's tempting, but it's going to eat all of my funds. But it is going to research stuff very, very quickly for us. We'll start chewing through those research items really, really quickly. You know what? I'm going to do it. Let's do it. We'll earn more funding. So you can see now our research per sol has just jumped up by 2,000 thanks to outsourcing. And that'll be like that for the next 5 days. So these topics, we're going to burn through these really quickly. Now the trouble with outsourcing is that if you forget to queue up new topics for research, then you're wasting money, because it just disappears and disappears and disappears. That's not so good. So you spend a huge amount of money to outsource all that, you know, research, and then if you don't have any topics queued up, tough. That research is being used up on nothing. So always make sure if you outsource, you pay very close attention to, you know, what it is you're researching, and as soon as something clears, replace it with something else. Even if it's just to keep, you know, to use your research, so you're not wasting all that money you've just spent, because we'll chew through those really quickly. Alright, let's start clearing some of these off.
Research complete.
There you go, see, straight away we just finished research on that. So I want the factory upgrade, and that's an important one. So we're going to take that and put that to the top of the queue. Let's come down here, let's find our explorer. There it is. Let's go scan something else. This will give us more research points. So this will help clear off, you know, what we're researching really quickly again. How's the tunnel coming on? Needs more concrete. Well, that's a point. I've still got plenty of concrete, but let's
scanned.
Where is... There we go, my transport. Let's set up a transport route. I was on a transport route already, because it's grabbing that metal, isn't it? We'll let it do the metal. When it's finished with that, we'll set up a new transport route. We'll clear away this concrete. We'll bring that over here, where it's going to be needed.
Anomaly analyzed.
And there we go, another 1,500 points of research gained from that anomaly. I need to set up another couple of dumping sites. There we go. So we clear all of this waste rock away. We are going to have to restart our extractors on this area again pretty soon. As you can see, all of that was, you know, these were all pretty much stock full of concrete, and we've used up most of it. So there's not even a complete, maybe just about, but I think just short of having one complete, you know, pallet, one complete depot here. So definitely a lot less than we had. And it's the concrete that we need, so it's having to be flown over by shuttle. We're low on machine parts as well, doesn't help. Not producing huge amounts per day, but we are producing some. Same with electronics. We're just kind of treading water with those things at the moment. Getting a load of waste rock around here, so I need to...
Resources are low.
Dumping site over here. There's that warning about not having enough machine parts. Those two should do, just for the waste rock from our extractor there. Okay, this is now idle, our transport, so now we can set up that transport route. Let's grab concrete from there and bring it out over here. Building's not working 3. Got nobody in this infirmary. Ah, it's because there's nobody on the day shift. That's why it's popping up with that warning. Can't really do anything about that if I don't have the medics. Nobody seems to be applying. No medics seem to be applying either. Maybe I need to start training medics at my university. Oh, what's happened here? Got a power failure and it's knocked out my drone hub. Let's get the drones out of this. Something's been fixed. Okay, that's fine. That's some extra drones to help us deal with whatever the problem was. Forgot to unpack that thing. What's the food situation like? Oh, big yield of food just coming in. Look. What was that? That was my corn harvest.
Research complete.
My soybeans. Now this is only supposed to give me 40 on an optimal harvest, and you can see with the AI and the soil quality being nice and good, and having that extractor, so the AI upgrade, and having a fully staffed is really helping. My yield has gone from a predicted yield of 40 to currently 56, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And there's a big one here for us, the factory AI. That was the most expensive of the research that we had to go. I think it's time for us to start looking at a smaller, a bigger sized dome. So we'll add that into the list. And now that I've got the factory AI, now I can improve how much materials I'm creating in terms of electronics, polymers, and
sector scanned.
Machine parts. In the same way that we did with the farms, I can now improve production by 20%. So let's activate these. It should be the same for my polymer factories as well. Yes, there we go. We'll do that, both of them. So these will start to improve the yields that we get from these. We need 5 electronics, 2 machine parts. This is where it gets a bit tricky because we don't have much in the way of machine parts. I'm going to actually place... Do I have the money? Oh yes, look, just had some funding coming in. So I've got a little bit of funding. It's not ideal. I could do with more. But I can place an order for some machine parts and some electronics. That's pretty much it. So let's launch. Again, if we had more money we could bring in a lot more cargo, but it's enough to keep us going. Now the good thing is that the two machine parts that we're making at the moment will go straight into this upgrade, I hope. Oh, there's a power failure again. Why? What's broken? Ah, now this is the redundancy thing. Something has broken, and it's caused a knock-on effect, I think. No, that's not. What is not working? What's my power situation looking like at the moment? So I've got plenty of power. So why? My batteries are charging. Not charging very quickly, but they are charging. That's odd. Not quite sure what's causing that. Maybe it's just a lot of things recharging at the same time. Perhaps, I don't know. Whatever the issue, it's fixed. We've got the factory amplification. Now this is similar to what we've just activated on our other factories, but this actually gives us a boost as long as we increase the amount of power that goes in as well, which we can't afford to do just yet in terms of power. So that's on the hold for now. This is important. Sectors can now be scanned again for deep deposits. So I want to unlock that. There we go. Got plenty of concrete over here now, plenty of metal. That's okay. What's my power situation like? See, this is where we're underproducing. We're using up our stored power. I'm wondering if we're just not storing enough power during the day. We might need an extra wind turbine. Yeah, let's build an extra wind turbine. Or two. Now, where's going to be a good place to stick one of these? Yeah, let's put two of these here. Like that. Some power cabling. Like that. There we go. Get those connected into our network. We'll be absolutely fine. Lots of buildings not working. Again, look, there's that power. Why is our power... Pause for a second. Why is our power suddenly not enough? Oh, that's why. Look at that. 183 demand on when second shift comes on. Yeah, so we desperately need more power. These aren't going to be enough. We're going to need to build a bay of these, so I need to cancel these where they are right now. 2 will not be enough. Let's get rid of that piece of cable. So I'm going to need a little batch over here, I think. And we'll go with wind turbines just so that we can make sure our batteries are definitely charging all the time. There we go, it's 5, which is a lot more than we had a moment ago. That'll add an extra 25 power. Is that going to be enough? With the batteries, yeah, that'll be enough.